Good morning, everybody. This is Coach Adam with Brown Fitness and Performance. Today, we are going to be doing a body weight at home metabolic conditioning circuit, meaning we're going to get our heart rates up today, and we're going to do so. I have this actually written out here on a board. We're going to do so via what they call a metabolic conditioning circuit. We have a list of 7 exercises we're going to do. We're going to run through those 7 exercises. It's basically going to be cardio, quote unquote, and core, but it's all going to be station or exercise based with a work and rest ratios. We're going to be going 40 seconds of work, 40 seconds of rest. We're going to go 4 times through those 7 exercises, plus a warm up and a cool down. In total, this should take about 40 to 45 minutes. I'm super excited to do this with you all today. Feel free to do any modifications that you need to if you have any injuries, and I'll show some of those as well as we go through them. We'll have, like I said, we'll have a series of 7 exercises. You can modify if needed. And let's go ahead and get it moving. First thing we are going to do is the warm-up. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to start with standing. I'm actually watching a clock. We're going to go about 30 seconds of work. So we're going to do seal jacks. If you have any troubles jumping, just go back and forth like so. I'm going to go ahead and do regular jumping jacks. This should get the heart rate going. Again, about 30 seconds. And upper twists, trunk twists. With this one, it's going to be important that we spin the hips first. The back leg falls through with you. We don't want any knees to get caught in the mix here. Everything else rotates along with it here. And last but not least, arms, or not last but not least, but arm circles next. And reverse it. All right, next is going to be a hamstring stretch. You're gonna put one foot in front, you're gonna bend backward and reach for the ground. And reach for the ground. Body, the upper body is straight, that's a good posture. Shoulders are back. This should not be too strenuous. You should not be rounding your back here. Again, we have a good flat back posture. And next is going to be lateral lunge. We're going to stretch out the groin here. Feet are straight ahead of you. You're going to drive your hips back. So again, your feet shouldn't be out or in. They're pretty much straight. If they're slightly turned out, that should be fine. All right, next we are going to do quad stretch. If you need to grab onto something, you can. You're going to grab your ankle or the top of your foot and stretch it out. And switch sides. And stretch it out and switch sides. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do a standing hip flexor stretch. We're going to take one foot and reach it back. We're going to reach up and twist. We're going to reach up and twist. Of course, we're going to switch sides. Reach up, twist, the optional twist there. Reach up twist, reach up and twist. Should feel a pretty good stretch in the hip of the leg that is back. Now we're gonna drop into, I'm gonna back up for this one so you guys can see me. Spider lunge, hands on the ground here. We're gonna go 1 foot up and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. All right, next is going to be downward dog. Stretch out the calves. Calves go down towards the ground here, pulling yourself up, and then into an upward dog. Downward dog. Stretch out the calves, and then we're gonna stretch out the abs. Stretch out the calves, and stretch out the abs. Stretch out the calves, and stretch out the abs. All right, last thing we're going to do, well, 2 last things we're going to do. We're going to do what we call a glute bridge. From here, we're going to drive the hips up in the air here and back down. Drive the hips up in the air. We're going to really wake up the glutes here. Perfect. All right, last thing we're going to do is called a bootstrapper. We're going to grab the toes, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up. Now, if you have bad knees for this one, you can go regular squat and just not go down as deep. That's completely fine. As you can see, my hips don't get too far low. As I've noted in other videos, I actually have arthritis in both of my hips, limiting my hip mobility. So I just get what I can. All right, we are going to be heading into the workout now. I'm actually going to move the board back here so I can readily see it. But again, we are going to do the circuit. We're going to run through exercise to exercise to exercise. We're going to cycle through all the 7 exercises and then do that 4 times today. 40 seconds apiece, 40 seconds rest. I have the timer on my phone actually. So let me get that squared up here. I'm going to get us moving. So the first one we have is burpee. We can do modified as well. So full version of the burpee. Here, feet back, feet up, jump. Don't jump if you shouldn't. Modified is just to stand up. Modified is to stand up. And then, of course, if you can't get quite low enough, you can pick something in your house that's a little bit higher. And feet back, feet up, jump. Feet back, feet up, jump. And of course, this over here is a little bit lower. That's actually a little bit better for some. And then from here, just go as fast as you can. All right, and that's the rest. So we got 30 to 40 seconds of rest. If you need a quick water break, get it. If you just want to get ready for the next exercise, you can do that. And the next one is going to be upper twist. So for that upper twist, be leaning back and rotating side to side. I'm going to show it from the side view as well. For this, if you're ready to go before the next timer goes, feel free to go ahead and go. This is about ready to go here. Yeah. And of course, you should be going hard enough where you're a little out of breath. But if you're new, slow it down. So if you're new, slow it down a little. And if you're intermediate, you speed it up. And if you're advanced, go as fast as you can here. Let it burn. Lean it back a little if you're be the more resistance here. Whew. Now if you're going hard enough, all right, that's it for that one. Next one's gonna be speed skater. Speed skater is side to side, from one jump to the side, one jump to the side. Again, aim for your level. If you feel like you're someone who should not jump, you have bad knees, bad hips, you can still do this, but you're just gonna not do the jump part. So you're just gonna kind of like step side to side. Or you can put a band around the knees and do lateral walks if you have bands. Or you can kind of do a side to side shuffle like that. Just kind of go quickly, either way. And here we go. Like again for me, like I said, I have hip arthritis, so I'm gonna kind of keep it within a certain parameters here. You can go farther than where I'm going. In fact, that's what most people should be doing, is going farther than what I was doing. And I'm gonna keep it within these parameters because I don't want my hips to hurt afterward. Keep the elbows in close. Turn around the body with the arms. And 2, 1. All right. Next is going to be mountain climbers. For this exercise, we're going to be in a push-up position. We're going to be running in place, essentially. Body's going to be flat. You're not going to sink the hips. You're not going to go too high either. If you are someone that might have some issues with your shoulders, you can also flip around and we can go deck bug motion instead. So either way, but the primary focus is going to be those mountain climbers this time. So mountain climber. So the head is going to be neutral. We're not lowering the head. You could look up if you really want to. I prefer neutral. And of course you can go as fast as you want here. Whew. Oh. All right. All right. Next is going to be speed lunge. Speed lunge, we're just going to do in place lunge or reverse lunge. And you're just going to go as fast as you can with these lunges. If you want to do a drop lunge, you can. So a drop lunge, you're going to start from standing, drop down into the position, drop down into the position. Or speed lunge is just going to be lunge, lunge. We're going to go as fast as you can, and then we're going to go other side for the next round. So I'm going to start with the drop lunge. And my hip is actually not liking me on that one, so. I'm just gonna do the reverse lunges here. All right. We're about 15 seconds left. And 2, 1, time. All right, back to a break. Next is gonna be side plank hip drop. We did this in the previous at-home workout video. With this one, we're going to go side plank, hips up and down, up and down. We're gonna do that for halfway, and then we'll switch sides. You'll see me switch for that halfway mark. And we're about to get rolling here. And go. 1, 2. And of course, if you're having trouble doing this part of it, you can just hold the plank. And switch. All right, next is going to be, actually I put leg curls on, but we can't do it in this kind of floor setting here. So we're just gonna do glute marches. Glute marches, we're gonna lay on our butt, and we're gonna stay up, and we're gonna march, just like this. This isn't necessarily one that's going to get our heart rate up, but it's gonna help facilitate working our glutes. So we're going to do that one instead. If you have a hard time doing this one, you can just straighten out the legs. Or if you want to make it a little harder, we can do crab as well. So we got a couple different options here. And then of course, harder yet is this one here, where you're going side to side and tapping in. My shoulder typically doesn't like that, so I'm going to back up and do this one. And we're almost there. All right, so about 40 seconds. If you need water, go ahead and get it. Got about 30 seconds. I'm actually going to grab one real quick. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're back up to the top. We're gonna do that burpee again. We have 3 more rounds. And here we go. Now, modified version. Down, step, step, up, up, up. Down, step, step, up, up, up. So for those of us that need a modification, go ahead and go for it. I actually need to go not down so far, so I need to get a in between there. Next is going to be the upper twist. I'll grab a couple of weights, I think, for the next time. Upper twist. I'm going to just get in position here. I'm going to go ahead once it starts. And here we go. Again, if that rest period is too long for you, you can go ahead and start early with the next exercise. That's completely okay. I wanted to make sure beginners could follow along as well. If you're more advanced, you may only need 20 seconds. Whew. I'm getting cooked here. Wow. And just a couple seconds left. Finish strong here. Good. All right, next, speed skater. Next is going to be the speed skater. Again, you can make any modifications that you need to, and of course, if you want to start early, we have about 20 seconds left of the rest. You can go ahead and get started if you feel like you need a little less time for the rest. All right, about 10 seconds left here. You can also stretch in between too. If you have anything you need, feel like you need to stretch out, go ahead and do it. All right. All right. Again, you can go faster than I'm going. You can also go farther than I'm showing. Again, hip arthritis, this doesn't necessarily feel the greatest on my hips, but I want to make sure you guys get the full value of the video. So again, go at your pace, go as fast as you can, as far as you can. Again, the whole point of this is to get the heart rate nice and high before you need that rest. And that's it. We're moving into the next thing, which is mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, we're going to be in that plank position. Oops. We're going to be in that plank position here. Another 20 seconds. You can go ahead and get started if you feel like you're ready, if you're not quite that much out of breath, if you feel like you need it. We still have 10 more seconds. Keep taking those deep breaths, catch it before we get started here. Yeah, here we go. You can also slow it down if you need to, or you can speed it up as fast as you think you need. I'm going to slow it down because my hip is not liking me at this point. Good. All right, next is going to be the side plank hip drop, going from the elbow again. Again, modify if you need to. This time I think I'm just going to hold it instead of doing the side plank drops, but you can feel free to do whichever one that you want. I just want to show the modified version here. We got about 20 seconds left of the rest. Go ahead and get moving if you feel like you don't need as much time for that rest. All right, should be starting here any second now. All right, and here we go. Again, drops are this. I'm just gonna hold it for now. And go ahead and switch. All right. And then, of course, the last one is going to be that crab dance, or the glute march. This time I'm doing the glute march. The crab dance, for those of us who are just tuning in. This one is modified full or just straight up glute march. Either way is fine. I'm going to be doing the glute march here once this thing gets kicked off underway. Again, doing about 40 seconds of rest. You don't have to wait that long. Here we go. I'm going to march. This isn't necessarily going to be that hard of an exercise that gets your heart rate up that high. This is why I put it at the end. You can also just do straightening out the legs as well, if you're not necessarily comfortable bringing it up. You can also modify yet again to just doing glute bridges. And that's it. Again, that concludes round number 1. We're going to be starting back up at the top with burpees. I'm actually going to grab a few things to boost my height for the burpee, just to show you what you can do for a modification. Now I'm cheating a little bit, I'm using a weight plate. If you don't have a weight plate at home, you can use something else that would boost your height a little bit, whether it's like a small chair or what have you. Again, you can do the jump at the end. My hip won't like that, so I'm not doing it. But to jump at the end, that's what it'll look like. Don't do the jump if you have bad hips, bad knees, anything like that. Okay, we got 3 seconds left. Get my last one in. All right, 40 seconds to the next exercise. Upward twist is the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and get in position here. Again, if you feel like you don't need the rest, you don't need to take it. I put the rest, the 40 seconds of rest in here, just so anybody who's new to exercise can keep up, and to make sure anyone can hop in on the workout. All right, we should be clicking away here, and here we go. All right. Feel it burn. Oh yeah. With this one, be sure that the only thing you're doing is rotating your shoulders. You're not just moving your arms back and forth with this one. You are literally rotating your shoulders. You are literally just rotating your shoulders here. And of course, if you need to take a second, regroup yourself, go ahead and do so. I know I usually need to. And we are almost done. Whew. Speed skaters next. All right, speed skaters. Whew. All right. Speed skaters. Side to side, get as far as you can. Go as fast as you can. We're going to be moving here about 10 seconds here. And go. Again, go as fast as you can, go as far as you can. I'm going to try to go a little quicker. I'm not going as far though. Again, if anybody with hip issues, you're not going to want to go as far, or knee issues. You can also just do a shuffle, side to side to side. If you feel like you need to do a shuffle, so I'll just do this one for the rest of the round to show you can do a modification here. This is completely okay. You can go as farther. I only have so much to work with the screen, so all right. Speed lunges. So again, you can do any variation of lunge that you want here, but make sure you're going fast to keep that heart rate up. Or go at your pace. If you need to go a little bit slower, if you're a little more on the new side, take your time with it. It's all about what is your perceived level of what you feel is hard. And if you're new, we don't want to make sure that we're not absolutely killing you today. We want to make sure you're just feeling energized by the end of the workout. For those that are advanced, just push it. I'm going to show it from the side here too. And don't smash your knee on the ground, only tap it to the ground. And we'll switch. You can go a little bit faster than what I'm doing. All right. Now you notice the prize going a little bit slower on my right side. That's the side that doesn't feel so great on lunges. We're gonna get some mountain climbers next. Actually, I accidentally skipped this one. So we're gonna do mountain climbers and then speed skid, or side plank rather. Again, you can go ahead and get started. If you feel like you're ready to go, you don't have to wait for me. And of course, if you're new and you need to go off of something that's going to elevate you a little bit, that's perfectly okay. As fast as you can here. Keep going strong. Again, should you feel like you need to stop and take a break, do so. We are going for 40 seconds. All right, side plank is next. Side plank hip drop. So I'm going to be doing the side plank and hip drop for the next one. Again, you can modify if needed. You can hold nice and high. Where are we at here? Almost there. Just tap the hip to the ground and come back up. Go down as far as you're comfortable. Go as fast as you're comfortable. You should push yourself just a little bit. All right, let's switch sides here. Whoops. That wasn't it. I stopped a little prematurely there. All right. And the last exercise of the round, glute bridges again. Again, you can do, for those just joining us, you can do crab, crab walk, crab dance, or we can just do straight glute bridge. Either way, I'm going to do the modified version. My shoulder. If your shoulder is bothering you, I would not recommend the crab position. This is why I'm showing the modified version. And here we go. Again, this is probably not going. You can also do a variation of glute bridge. I'm doing a single leg. You can do a double leg. Keep your thighs matching. Keep your thighs matching. I'm alternating in rounds of 10 right now. Switching that. Just finishing my reps. I was counting in my head. All right, that was it. If you need some water, go ahead and get it. We're going to be starting in about 25 more seconds. We're starting back at the burpee. I'm going to go grab some water real quick. All right, we are almost there. And last round. Make this last round count. Again, if you need to modify, if you need to put something higher down, do so. I don't want anybody with sore shoulders. And lap is it. Good job, everybody. We're moving into the upper twist. This is the upper twist. And again, just leaning back, rotating the shoulders. You can go ahead and start if you want to. Just be going a little longer. Of course, lean back. The farther you lean back, the more you'll push yourself, the more you'll feel it in your abs. Here we go. And here we go. Again, the farther you lean back, the more you feel it. If you lift your legs up in the air, you're going to feel it even more. Right now, my abs are absolutely cooked. Rotate the shoulders. Whew. And of course, if you push yourself to the extreme, you need to take a break. Do so. Wow. I am cooked. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Finish up. Good job. All right. Final round of the speed skater this time. Again, going side to side. If you need to do shuffles, do shuffles. It all depends on what your own strengths and limitations are. About 10 seconds left. If you want to get moving, you can get moving. You don't have to wait the entire rest period if you don't want to. And go. Side to side. About midway through, I'll do the modification. About almost at 20 seconds left here, a little more. Then, again, pushing off that outside, load up and push off. I was in close. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and do that modification here. Just shuffle the feet. Shuffle the feet, side to side, shuffle the feet. Again, I only have so much to work with the screen, but you can go as far as you want. Probably a good 5 yards is probably a good judgment call. All right, now we got mountain climbers. And I'm gonna go off the incline weight here. Again, get the heart rate high here, go as fast as you can on the mountain climbers. Take breaks if you need them. I'm proud of you guys. If you guys are following along and doing the workout too. For those that are just tuning in, I am going to look to post the workout later so you can follow along later. This is on the Facebook Live, so hopefully I can figure that part out. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. And with this one, we're going to make sure the hands are directly under the chest. I think I forgot to say that at the beginning. So you don't want to be back here, nor do you want to be like this. Hips are up and going. You can make a little modification, go across the body too if you want to. Whew. We got about 8 seconds left. A little less now. Finish it out. All right, great work, everybody. Again, speed lunges this time, or any variation thereof. You got about 20 seconds left of the rest. If you guys want to go and get moving, go ahead and go for it. 10 seconds left of the rest. Again, you can go reverse lunge, split lunge. If you want to go forward lunge for this one, go for it. I'm gonna alternate. Wow, so now watch the clock for you guys because I'm alternating. Little drop lunges, we're at 20 seconds left. Stay tall, don't not to round the shoulders. And that was it. Whew. All right, next one, side planks. Last round of the side plank. Again, either hip drop or side plank. Just hold it. We're just gonna do one or the other. We're about halfway through the rest. If you want to get moving, go ahead and get moving. I'm gonna go ahead and get into position here. And here we go. And go. All right, go ahead and switch. All right, good work. All right, we are actually at the last round here. This is the last exercise, then we're gonna cool down with a couple of stretches. We have about halfway through the set here. Let's go ahead and get into position. We got, again, either crab dance, that's the hardest. Next one is this one, or a variation of glute bridge. You have your choices here. Take your pick, whatever suits your ability level. I'm going to do the modified version. You can also keep your hands off the ground for added challenge. Almost done. Good job, guys. Take a second, get some water if you need it, and then we're gonna get into the cool down here. After you guys get some water. Again, great job. The heart rate should have gotten up pretty high. Again, the way to either get that heart rate up even more is to go a little faster or reduce the rest time. I did a pretty extensive rest time at 40 seconds, just so everybody could follow along. But you can definitely switch that to 30 seconds or even 20 seconds, depending on what your challenge is. All right, next thing is gonna be the cool down. We're gonna do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. We're just gonna go ahead and kneel right into it here. I got this on the clock for about 30 seconds. You can also one hand up and over if you wanna increase the stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're just gonna do 2 or 3 stretches and maybe some breathing and let the heart rate come back down, and that's gonna be it for today. And switch sides. Hopefully that is something that you guys can follow along to while you're at home, sitting, twiddling your thumbs or whatever it is that you're doing. And of course I'm joking with the twiddling your thumbs part. I know the coronavirus has a lot of us quarantined at home. I'm kind of sneaking into the gym here to make a video for you guys. I did my first video in my apartment. The lighting was pretty poor, so I wanted to make sure I was able to get somewhere where the lighting was good enough for you guys to get a good quality video. And we're going to switch sides. So right now what we're going to do, we're going to get on the back. We're going to open up the chest a little bit here. And we're just going to relax right here. You should feel like, for me, unless you have pretty flexible shoulders, for me, this is a pretty good stretch. If you want to go here and slide your hips down and stretch out the shoulders, you can do it this way too. I'm going to do this one so I can do it with some breaths. I'm going to breathe in deep into the stomach. About 4 seconds in. Exhale. About 4 seconds out. Inhale. We're going to continue this one. We're going to ignore that bell for right now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, you're filling your belly with air, not your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch our calves in the downward dog position that we started with in the warm-up. Hips up, driving the heels towards the ground. Should feel a pretty good heel or calf stretch here. Should be able to take deep breaths here. If you can, you need to back off and stretch just a little bit. All right, that concludes today's workout. We got that in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so. Again, you can use this workout at home if you're being, say, quarantined, or you can even do this on the road if you'd like. So if you're traveling for work, traveling for vacation, and the hotel that you have doesn't really have a whole lot available to you, this is a pretty good body weight workout that you can do that'll get your heart rate up, allow you to get a little bit of a high intensity interval training type of workout. And the cool part about that is it's going to be more conducive for those of us that are trying to lose weight. These types of workouts are actually better for you and are going to be more conducive to getting you to your goal than going out and getting a jog in, even if that means you're doing less time and less volume. All right, that concludes today's warm-up. I'm Coach Adam with Brown Fitness and Performance. I look forward to seeing you all again in tomorrow's video, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing a why traditional fat loss programs seminar via Zoom this weekend on Saturday at 1 p.m. If you would like to tune into that, just drop a message below and give me a thumbs up or tell me you're interested, and I'll make sure you are included in that. And of course, you can always visit my website at brownfitnessandperformance.com. Or if you just want to leave a comment about today's workout, what did you like, what would you like to see improved, I'm always open for those as well. Open up the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.